Today I'm going to evaluate corporate responsibility of Unilever and sustainability. According to CSR, which stands for Corporate Social Responsibility, it is a type of strategy that produces sustainable development for all stakeholders, providing and delivering social, economical, and environmental benefits. Corporate social responsibility in today's society has made its mark as one of the most effective ways of gauging business performance. Usually, what determines a company's success varies from business to business, and factors such as sales, efficiency, investments, competitive differentiation, and profitability. Now, CSR is a new element that effectively measures what good leadership is within an organization. The importance of CSR is divided into 4 different sections: economical, legal, ethical, and philanthropic responsibilities. This can be arranged as a pyramid, forming a hierarchy of levels that a business needs to maintain in order to become successful. The idea is to ensure business meets the demands of shareholders and the law, meaning profit first before it can provide to higher level of responsibilities that can potentially benefit the society, otherwise known as Carroll's CSR pyramid. Unilever is a multinational corporation in the food, beverage, and personal care sector. Unilever operates in accordance with its 4 core values: integrity, responsibility, respect, and pioneering. Over 169,000 people work for Unilever, with 46% of the managers being women. As a company who uses CSR to improve their program of achieving Sustainable Living Plan, over 600 of their Unilever sites were sending zero non-hazardous waste to landfill by 2016. Economic-wise, 57% of the business is in emerging market, with over 13 brands having sales more than 1 billion a year. Furthermore, Unilever ensures that their products and services are protected in accordance to their legal terms and conditions. As a company who operates globally, settling any laws and jurisdiction needs to be adapted. For example, if the supply chain of Unilever is in America, the applicable law and jurisdiction is English, while Unilever Asia Private Limited, its applicable law and jurisdiction is Singapore. To achieve sustainable growth and the consistency of values they believe in, Unilever is working alongside stakeholders who share the same commitment, such as UN agencies, social impact investors, foundations, and government. This is to ensure that their partnerships not only provide positive social impact, but also reducing environmental damage as an organization, which will contribute to the success of Unilever's Sustainable Living Plan. In addition, it is designed to combat environmental damages such as deforestation and to ensure that the company delivers sustainable growth by building trust and reducing costs. In doing so, they would have successfully influenced over 30 million people's lives in a positive way worldwide. And lastly, Unilever invests around 1 billion in research and development each year. Sites located in US, UK, Netherlands, India, and China work on the science and technologies for the products. As a company, every design they create goes through the process of discover, design, and deploy. Discover is about what the consumer wants, and turning the idea into a product, design, and is then launched into the market at the right time to create maximum impact, deploy. CSR program in Unilever. Archie Carroll's theory says that it is common for companies to have social responsibilities to its stakeholders, as they significantly affect the performance of the business. In Unilever's case, the stakeholders also include employees, suppliers, investors, consumers, and communities. The way they maintain industry position in business sustainability is implementing systematic strategy, prioritizing stakeholders from consumers being the highest and community being the least. In addition, CSR can also be used as a defense-type mechanism to protect the company's reputation. It admits responsibility but fights it, doing the minimum that is required. For example, Nike uses CSR to deny accusations of labor abuse and consumer boycott, with a fear that it might affect their brand image and level of sales. According to Allen 2011, there are 5 elements that the corporations can execute to utilize the use of CSR. Business-based social purpose is all about reinforcing the company's ethos, and in Unilever's case, it is the 4 core values that they consistently follow. Next is clear theory of change, a change that is significant and that can distinguish Unilever from the rest of its competitors. A fine example is their sustainability program for the communities they support and enhancement of livelihood they provide for millions of people. After that is the quality and depth information, making sure the company provides rich qualitative information to all its employees, customers, and external stakeholders. Unilever is especially adept in making sure that this is provided. The global website gives thorough information about every single aspect of what they are trying to achieve, with great emphasis on their sustainable living plan, followed by concentrated effort. This is to make organizations do not tackle several objectives at a time. Unilever, as mentioned, have developed a systematic strategy that provides a clear structure of who and what needs to be the priority first. Lastly, partnering with experts, Unilever only associate with stakeholders who share the same commitment to ensure that the value of the company and the brand image remains attractive to consumers. About Unilever's Sustainable Living Plan. USLP is designed to help more than 1 billion people to encourage and take action on improving their health and well-being, reducing impact on the environment that is coming from making and using their products by half, and enhancing the quality of life for millions of people by 2020. This can be achieved by Unilever's global partnerships and creating transformational change guided by the USLP they have in place. External risk to Unilever. Running a business has its implications or risk, which can have a negative impact to the organization's operation and profitability. If solution is not provided, some of the risks are external to the company, like shareholders, political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors. Shareholders. To ensure minimum external risk for Unilever, they use risk assessments and due diligence to identify their stakeholders and other parties that can provide legal and reputational risks to the company. Training for employees are regularly executed to ensure their knowledge and understanding of Unilever's code and code practices are updated, and to highlight any risks of the company should be made aware of. Political factors. Unilever being a multinational corporation, they are subjected to the restrictions and guidelines stated by the European Commission and the Food and Drug Administration in the United States of America. Failing to comply would mean legal issues for the company or risking penalty fines or, in a worst case scenario, imprisonment. Economic factors. Whether the economy is booming or bust, it can severely affect the cash flow of the company, particularly in Unilever. Stakeholders like consumers can directly affect the cash flow and profit of the company if the products are not in demand. Saying that competitors are ready to compete against Unilever, particularly companies in France, in terms of providing cheaper and quality goods, which is classified as in demand for consumers considering the state of the economy we have today. Next is social factors. Unilever emphasizes on their image greatly as a company that provides enhancement for people's livelihood, making them look good and feel good, all part of their sustainable living plan. An example of this is Dove. As one of Unilever's brands, they have advertised Dove for women as a means of making women feel at their best from the inside and out. Unilever is always on a constant battle for branding image, ensuring that their reputation remains relevant and positive within the industry and consumers. Next is technological factors. Unilever, as we know, have invested billions for research and development. This is to ensure that every new products they create are marked effectively with efficient selling methods. Unilever, among its competitors, has a higher level of automation, meaning they can supply to store locations quickly. However, the risks are to ensure that it gets delivered on time, faster than its competitors, and consistently. Otherwise, it could result in damaging their reputation and negative cash flow and loss of profit. And the last one is legal factors. Unilever is a consumer goods organization, and as such, they have to comply with various laws and legalities. Each company, whether it is situated in Asia, UK, or US, have different translation to laws and jurisdiction. Each brand and locations also have to follow through laws regarding health and safety of employees and product safety, copyright, and taxes. Environmental factors. Unilever is all about promoting environmental sustainability. They want to portray their image as one who cares for the safety of consumers in every location they distribute, making sure that the materials are eco-friendly from its packaging to the design. The risk is to ensure that they maintain this brand image. Failures would mean less trust, and loyalty from the consumers and its stakeholders. Next on the topic is CSR philosophy of Unilever. Philosophy is a set of goals and is very important in every organization. It guides the companies according to its set goals and values, allowing them to provide only the best customer service and work in the most effective manner. Saying that, each company translates their philosophy either by profit base or building trust. Unilever is a fine example of an organization whose philosophy is to expand their business while tackling environmental damage and increasing positive impact on the livelihood of communities. However, companies like Apple and Samsung are profit-motivated organizations where aim is to consistently produce innovative technology devices that contribute to the needs of modern world and in turn drive profit and sales. Unilever is an organization that is a champion of building sustainable business plan in the form of corporate philanthropy. Since the implementation of Sustainable Living Plan, the growth and profit have increased. CSR program plays a big role to this success. According to Fendt in 2013, doing well is good for the business. Unilever achieved this by being responsible, maintaining their positive impact on the environment, consistent innovation, as well as winning over the consumers and strongly engaging to inspire millions of people and communities. According to Freeman's stakeholder theory, every successful business requires investors, consumers, employees, suppliers, and communities. Each stakeholder plays a vital role in the organization to allow the company to drive more profit and maintain growth. It is imperative to keep and maintain a smooth relationship between them, saying that this is very much evident on allowing Unilever to flourish and maintain success on a long-term basis. Maturation of Unilever CSR. The definition of CSR has come a long way since Friedman's theory, in which he believed that its sole purpose is to generate profits. As mentioned previously, CSR cannot be used to drive profits, build trust, and measure overall leadership and performance of a business. Unilever, as successful as they are still in the process of trying to achieve their three big goals, which are to reduce environmental footprint of their products, help more than 1 billion people to enhance and improve their livelihood, as well as source the raw materials sustainably across their supply chains as part of their CSR program, the 10-year Sustainable Living Plan. Furthermore, by 2020, Unilever is aiming as part of their Sustainable Living Plan to use toothpaste and toothbrush along with oral programs to help and encourage children to brush day and night. To reinforce this idea, Unilever offers affordability to low-income consumers by providing small pack sizes of Close-Up and Pepsodent. Another example is their aim to reduce water consumption in the laundry process and making a product that eases rinsing widely available by 2020. Unilever also started this mission in India through their Surf Excel Quick Wash that aims to save water up to 2 buckets per wash and around 14 billions of water per year. Unilever's strength lies on how they use the evolution of CSR to implement their USLP strategy. Unilever engages with a wide variety of stakeholders to make USLP success constant. To do this, they combine the business with external advocacy, along with close relationship with NGOs, governments, and others through what they call transformational change, necessary to decouple environmental footprint and make change possible. Furthermore, they have taken steps towards helping the environment by forming a global partnerships with Global Food Banking Network in 2010 to combat zero waste and World Wildlife Fund to fight deforestation as part of Unilever's Sustainable Living Plan. Although Unilever has a strong market position and many positive traits, like any other companies, they also have factors at which they lack on. One example is that they are heavily reliant on retailers. Therefore, they lack direct influence on consumers. The next is their products are imitable, meaning other organizations can copy their products, like Dove and Rexona, for example. In comparison, companies like Apple have first point of contact towards their consumers. They're responsible for handling their own products from production to distribution, and their goods are difficult to imitate. Because of this, iProducts are especially always booming and sought after by the public consumers. Measurement and governance. Every business measures their success on a short and long-term basis, even Unilever. Short-term measurement refers to an asset being invested and held for at least 1 to 3 years. In accounting terms, this is a period less than 12 months. On the other hand, long-term measurement refers to an asset held for at least 7 to 10 years, and in accounting, a period that exceeds 12 months. To ensure that the implementation of Unilever's Sustainable Living Plan is consistent and progress is being made, they use what they call metrics. Metrics enable to measure as well as report the social, environmental, and economic performance of their value chain. Unilever's methodology is clear. They have improving health and well-being metrics, reducing environmental impact metrics, and enhancing livelihood metrics. This is executed so that Unilever can properly monitor each both good and bad progress throughout the years. There are also other ways to measure a company's performance. One of them is ROI. ROI stands for Return of Investment. It is used by an organization to measure personal financial decision. It is important in every business because it measures the success and becomes a tool to provide guesswork of making a future business decisions. An example of this is a strategy of Unilever transferring its shopping marketing budget for its home care division after proving that ROI in digital display is having higher returns than previously thought after tests have been conducted. In addition, social performance is also vital in every business. It refers to social mission and value of the company being made possible. In Unilever's case, their values providing a positive impact in the environment and enhancement of livelihoods are translated in their Sustainable Living Plan. According to Lickman 2017, sustainable companies perform better. This is because a shared value approach produces financial value and at the same time tackling the problem socially and environmentally. An example would be Unilever's Sustainable Living Plan provides importance on non-financial performance audits apart from decoupling environmental footprint. This program aims to double the company's revenue in the next 10 years. Their progress and strong growth is due to an effective communication strategy ensuring all stakeholders are well informed about either plans, progress, and challenges. To ensure success towards the USLP, Unilever provides strong governance of their corporate social responsibility, as well as giving a clear structure in accountability, and because of this, the company is able to deliver commitment to their Unilever Sustainable Living Plan. Some of the key elements include board level. They take charge in governance and oversight. Unilever leadership executive handles the operation and leadership of business. Category and function leadership offers strategic development in their goals. And lastly, Unilever operating companies sustainably goals are implemented, all of which contributes to the success of the strategies in Unilever. The recommendations. SWOT analysis of Unilever. Unilever has one of the biggest consumer brands in the industry. This allows them to compete with other organizations effectively. Through Unilever SWOT analysis, we will be able to identify any other factors that could be added within their CSR program and strategies. As mentioned, Unilever has several weaknesses. If internal strategic factors were to be considered, these are products that can easily be imitated by other firms, their dependability on retailers, and their lack of business diversification. Solution needs to be provided to increase contribution to USLP success even more. Why? If direct influence towards consumers is made, this will speed up the process of creating positive impact and will allow more stakeholders to take part in the Sustainable Living Plan. But so long as Unilever's success is hidden by the shadow of its retailers, the possibilities are almost limited. Other factors are external, such as Unilever's CSR program and how strategy is threatened by tough competition rivalry, reducing the company's market share and financial performance, and increasing popularity of retailers' brand, according to Kissinger 2017. Opportunities and strength. Unilever and strength over economies of scale and product innovation should be utilized to prevent competition and product imitation. This can be achieved by diversifying the business not related to consumer goods as an opportunity to boost business performance. Furthermore, Unilever's strength stems from legal structure and foundation agreements that have allowed the company to achieve unity of management, operations, shareholder rights, missions, and purpose. This is due to Unilever NV and Unilever plc having a variety of shareholder constituencies and do not allow to convert or share the exchange of their company for another. In doing so, this became evident on their effective corporate governance, allowing each sector of the business to function efficiently and smoothly without the fear of interference from unfamiliar leadership. Importance of CORE in the business. CORE stands for the Congress of Racial Equality. Diversification is important not only in innovating new strategies and products, but also through people, the employees, and management alike. Having different races and cultures in one company allows the organizations to thrive with different values and sets of ideas. Organizations such as CORE, which stands for the Congress of Racial Equality, has fought for diversity. Over the years, organizations have fostered their beliefs because it builds a strong, solid reputation, allows the business to have a collaborative workforce, and provide increase in customer base. In accordance with different style of leadership of various backgrounds and perspectives, which produces effective governance, referring to Unilever's success, a big factor of this involves the workplace diversity, especially on their leadership team, that has allowed the company as well as their sustainability living plan to flourish and maintain growth. To conclude this evaluation, the overall success of Unilever is guided by the strong vision of achieving environmental sustainability by 2020. Unilever has begun making necessary changes to provide positive impact on billions of people. This was done through several global partnerships to combat waste and deforestation as one of their long-term goals ahead. To ensure they become relevant in the industry, they maintain strong and effective relationship with the stakeholders using corporate social responsibility to provide systematic method of prioritizing based on their importance in the company. However, like any other organizations, they are far from perfect. Their products like Dove and Rexona are imitable and they lack business diversity. But because they house some of the most influential brands within the organizations, they're able to maintain a steady growth both in influence and profits, allowing Unilever to remain as one of the strongest consumer goods in the industry. And below, as you can see, are the references that I use to evaluate Unilever and its sustainability. Thank you for listening.